solar radiation management, a set of geoengineering strategies intended to minimize global warming by reflecting the sun's energy away from the earth. So anyway, we're going to use man-made ways of putting shit in the air that reflects more sunlight back. Didn't they do this in the Matrix, and it didn't work out too well for them?
I mean, even the instance of the volcano in the Philippines in the 90s, and that erupted, and then it blanketed for the next 2 years and reduced the temperature of the earth by 1 degree.
Yeah, so we want to try to recreate
But that's a very biased statement, just in terms of science speaking. Sorry, but we're not going to talk about any of the other knockoff effects of.
Well, and I guess that's why it's controversial, right? It's controversial because, well, what about what are the unintended side effects? Well, that one article said something about plants and crops and livestock. We're really obsessed with this whole saving the planet thing, as a human race.
Yeah.
And it's not really saving the planet. The planet's going to be here. The planet's not going anywhere. We're really trying to
it's not going to be our problem.
We're trying to preserve the future of human civilization. But if you look historically, and we're trying to do it almost to the point that almost no sacrifice is too much. Like that one article said, even if we sacrifice our crops, it's almost, I saw something else recently. If we all cut our meat and dairy consumption in half, which, to you and me, maybe that's not, well, that's actually a big deal to me. Maybe it's not a big deal to you. But in some places of the world, they would be like, well, how else are we going to feed ourselves? So we have this notion. I love
that most of these debates and discussions are happening in first world countries.
For sure. So we have this attitude that no sacrifice is too much if it means, reducing the temperature or what have you. In the history of human civilization, we're pretty much the first one or two generations. This is the first time in 300,000 years of Homo sapiens that anybody has really worried about the future of mankind. Nobody's. So, what am I trying to say? That's a new phenomenon. Is it should we be that? Should we be so worried about that sacrificing anything is worth it, or maybe should we just focus on having the best life for everybody that we can now, because an asteroid could hit the planet, right, and wipe us all out anyway.
Yeah, I think most of this is outside of our control in general.
It's the size of Texas,
and if you look at
the
geologic timescale.
Yes, tell me about the geologic timescale.
There are ice ages and warming ages repeatedly.
Yeah,
there's really nothing you can do about it, and so we have this kind of dare I say, I don't know, can I say the word elitist, or is that going to send off a flag? You have these elitist people and cultures where it's kind of like a luxury goods market, right? It's a rarity to try to save the planet. Well, they're all making a shit ton of money off of it at the end of the day while they fly around their jets and their yachts and whatever. And the way I think about it is most of the people that I talk to, the general population, at least in this first world hyper-privileged country that we live in, they don't care. They're just tired of their electricity costs increasing.
Yeah.
They're tired because who's going to pay for all these things in the end?